Hello and welcome to A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV. Do you know what's really interesting today? I have just arrived in Charleston in South Carolina, and we literally arrived about 15 minutes ago, and I'm sat in the foyer of the hotel, and it's called the King Charles Hotel. So I hope nobody interrupts me. And as you may pick up, there's some sort of channeled music coming in. So we've got a little bit of music for our show today. But anyway, what I'd like to talk about is I was thinking about, the whole concept of mediumship and the importance of mediumship. And, for some people, they have reservations about contacting a medium or actually speaking to one, and they have religious reactions to mediumship. And I'd like to sort of really just have a little bit of a discussion about that, because, and I want to talk about it from my own personal experience. Now, my personal experience is that, well, first of all, I am very lucky to be able to regularly contact and connect to some of my loved ones, my mum and my uncle and my grandmother and an old boy as well. How about that? And also my guides. My guides come very closely, and they are very, very loving and very supportive, and I never have any sort of fear from them either. And the other thing that I have, with mediumship is that we were having this conversation whilst we were in the car driving into Charleston, and we were talking about, the Bible, and sort of, what it means, in Christianity. And we were having this discussion about how, in the Bible, they didn't want trickery and sorcery. But I think there were sort of, a lot of people who were doing magic or, trickery or, things that perhaps weren't sort of quite ethical. And I think sort of, what Jesus in the Bible was actually saying was that it's important to actually, listen to God and listen to the spirit world through mediumship, and that's my experience with mediumship. I feel that I'm very lucky to be able to connect to some very highly evolved spirit guides, and I feel very blessed to be able to do this work. I would honestly say it makes my heart sing. It feeds my soul, and I feel nothing but love and support from the spirit world. I never feel any negativity or darkness or anything of that nature. And one of the things that I always find about my mediumship is I always feel that they work with my recipients on a healing level. So in other words, often the recipient that is receiving the reading will always get the sort of sense of feeling uplifted after a reading or after connecting to spirit, because that's something that they always try and do. Now, I know that we're going to be having 2 calls today, and I'm sort of, we're busy waiting for those calls. But in the meantime, the other thing that I wanted to say was that when you connect to a loved one in the spirit world, sometimes they can be emotional because it's an emotional experience for them too. Sometimes it's an experience where they are actually wanting to sort of apologize for something that they've done in this life. And that is really important, because having an apology is actually something that is essential for for them to move on. And so in a way, through mediumship, you're helping the spirit people sort of move on in their lives, but you're also helping, also you will get healing. And it's just remarkable, when I look at sort of, the whole aspect of mediumship. And I hope that sort of, you find it in the same way, sort of very, very sort of healing. Now, I know that we have somebody waiting to connect, and I believe we have Kimberly in Newport, New Virginia, in USA. Are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, hello, and welcome to A1R Psychic Radio. So I'm a medium, and I can either sort of give guidance in a specific area, or I can connect to somebody in the spirit world. Is there a particular way that you would like me to work?
Yes, not the spiritual form, but the first one you
said. For guidance, that's what you'd like? And where would you like me to focus?
On.
Sorry, I couldn't quite catch that. What was that?
On my relationship.
On your relationship. Okay. One of the things that I feel about your relationship is I feel a little bit of angst and a little bit of frustration on your part. Would you understand that?
Yeah.
And I feel that I can feel sort of heated words, but between you and someone else. Does that make sense to you?
No, it was just me and my ex-fiance now.
Right. So when you were so they're probably talking about your ex then. Do you remember those sort of frustration and heated words with him?
Yeah.
You do, good. And because that's what because I feel that I have a grandmother with me that is talking and wanting to help you in your life, and she's saying to me that she found it quite difficult to stand by and watch your previous relationship that you were in, because I'm hearing the word bullying, and she's making me feel as though the relationship wasn't easy for you. It was quite sort of a sort of a tough one.
Yes.
And she's making me feel, and she's saying to me that she didn't approve of the person you're with. She didn't like him. She says that he was a bully, and he wasn't sort of nice to you or kind to you, and almost like, and she's using the word abusive. And when the spirit world use the word abusive, I never know in what capacity it is, whether it's just words or something of a different nature. But she's making me feel as though he was quite abusive, and she's saying to me that you do have some emotional scars from that relationship, and you've been unsure as to whether you could actually cope with a new relationship, and you've had your doubts as to whether you want to actually move forward in a relationship. Would you understand that?
Yes, that's the ex-fiance I was just talking about. He was very abusive, and we just separated 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and she's saying to me you're not ready. That's what she's saying. She's saying you're not ready. It's like that the wounds are too deep, and there's too much scarring for you. But she's making me feel as though you've got a really nice friendship around you. Would you understand that? And I feel this is a female. And I don't know whether this could be your daughter. I don't know. But it's somebody who is who has a good ear, listens to you, and supports you in what you're going through. Would you know about that?
Yes.
And your grandmother is really impressed with this person, because I feel that she's being loyal, and it's your mother. Okay, I know it's a female that you're able to lean on, and she's saying to me that she's so supportive, and she's saying to me that your mother has been extremely worried about you, because for a while she saw a change in you, because of the way you were being treated, and I feel like there was a controlling element to this relationship. Yeah. And he didn't like you, almost like he was trying to control you in who you were with, or spoke to, or whether you saw your family or not, or that there's this real control from him, is what your grandmother is saying to me. And she's saying to me that obviously good, great, you understand that, but she's saying to me that you she's got so much care and so much love for you, that I feel that she wants to sort of like really nurture you and sort of help you follow through. She knows that you're, it's like there's an insecurity with you, like, have I done the right thing, or should I go back, or should I move forward? And your grandmother is trying to help you in moving forward and not looking back. She's saying that the person that you were with would only cause you harm, and she's making me feel as though you've had a lucky escape, because she makes me feel as though it would only have got worse. And he's the sort of person that can be utterly charming as well, sort of be very kind and nice, and sort of sorry for his behaviour, and please forgive me, and then it sort of, and it can sort of start up again. And I just get that feeling that you I get that feeling that it has the potential to get worse if you continued in that relationship. And I'm being told, I'm being told, and I feel it's one of my guides just stepping in, and they're saying to me that like, you're not meant to experience any more than what you've experienced in this relationship. This is the end of a difficult time. And I get the feeling that have you been sort of fearful at any time, or felt that you needed to be sort of in a sort of, I feel like in a safe house of some sort, or women's refuge? In England, we have women's refuge, and I just get the feeling that there has been some need to be, protected, and your grandmother is saying that she's telling me that it's God's wish that you move on, that you it is His wish that you. It's like you've experienced the lesson and the learning and the experience of this, and now you're, and I'm just getting this feeling that, have you ever thought about helping women who are have a need as similar to the one that you've had?
Um, I'm not sure.
Okay, well,
You know,
don't worry about that
if
for the
he
time
ever
being.
get caught, I'm sorry.
Sorry?
You know, if he'll ever get caught, he's gonna run from the police right now for what he's done to me.
Right. What I'm being told by my guide, and my guide is coming forward, and he says he wants you to be assured that you do not need to worry, you are safe. And it's like, and I'm seeing a ring of white light wrapped around you to show you that you are safe in your life. I feel that there will be no repercussions, and you will. And I just get this feeling that your life is about moving forward and not 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 backward. Um, I keep on being drawn back to your mother as well, and I just get this feeling, this strong feeling that she's exceptionally worried about you. Have you had bruises on you?
Yes.
Because I'm seeing bruises, and I feel that there's been some violence. I'm being told by my guide that that the spirit world has picked you to get a reading today. And sometimes we think we're organising it all, but they've got a hand in everything. And I'm being told that they picked you to have a reading today because you're frightened, and they wanted to allay your fears and let you know that you're protected. You're protected by the spirit world, and I just know that you're. I just get this strong feeling that you're going to be all right. But I certainly don't feel that. I also get this strong feeling that you're. I'm not saying that you won't be in a relationship again in the future, but I just don't think that you're going to be in a relationship just yet. I think it's about being free and finding your feet at the moment. And I feel that your mother, that she's come up with all sorts of ideas of, well, we could do this, we could do that, and let's, and she's so worried. She wants to try and protect you and help you with being safe. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry that it's very, very quick in sort of the readings that we have. But if you want to find me and speak to me, you can find me on Facebook, which is so it's on Facebook, which is GailMoffat.com, and that's my name. So do find me on there.
Okay.
But so so thank you for calling in. Thank you. Right, I have the next caller, and that is Miranda in Pensacola. Are you there, Miranda?
Yes, ma'am. I'm here.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. Just wanted to let you know that I can connect to my guides and look at an aspect of your life, or we can look at connecting to a loved one in the spirit world. Is there a particular way that you would like me to work?
I'm not sure. I just want to be able to see if anyone comes through from my loved ones.
You wanted to see if. Sorry, I didn't hear you.
If anyone will come through from the other side, like my loved ones.
Right, okay. Okay, I've got a man that's coming through, and um, I feel quite emotional when I connect to him, and I feel if there is somebody in particular that you want to connect to, just let me know because the time is so short. But I do feel that I have a man that is coming through, and and I know with him that he has. I get this real sense with him that there's a real caring feeling towards you, um, and, and a sort of a real sense of love. And I feel with him that like he wants to take care of you, wants to sort of nurture you. And I, would you understand? I feel that this could be a father. Is your father in the spirit world?
Yeah, and so is my fiance. He's about the same age as my father.
Right. Okay. Because well, that's interesting because I feel that I have both of them, and I I feel with your fiance because I heard before I even mentioned it, I heard that I wanted to be married to you. I wanted to be with you, and um, and and I'm going to concentrate with him, right, to start with, and he's saying to me that he's making me feel as though he didn't expect to leave so early. He's I feel that he thought that he would live. He's making me feel like he thought that he would live longer than he did, and he makes me feel like he felt that he had more time on his hands. Would you understand that?
Yes.
Um, he's also he's making me feel like he's very sort of worried as well because he makes me feel as though almost like his job was to care for you and look after you and make sure that you had all your needs met and everything was there for you, and he's making me feel as though being in the spirit world, he's unable to do that, and I feel that he was unable to leave proper provisions for you to make you feel secure, and I feel that there is a frustration on his part that wasn't able to achieve that prior to passing. And he keeps on saying to me, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I wish I should have been more more diligent over my affairs." And I just get that sort of really sort of sense from him that he's really frustrated. Um, he's showing me a memory link, and I feel this is to do with a proposal. Um, would you remember? Did he propose in a restaurant? Because I'm seeing a table with a white cloth over it.
Kinda.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Because it's like he's showing me and he's bringing out this ring, and his version of the spiritual ring, I don't know if this was going to be the real ring, but his version of the spiritual ring is, oh my goodness, what a rock. It's like this huge great big ring that he's sort of showing to me. I feel he makes me feel as though he's saying to me that he just wanted the best for you. He always wanted to sort of give you sort of everything that you needed, and I just get that I get that strong feeling with him of real sort of frustration and angst that he was taken too soon. But he does say to me, and this is quite important, he does say to me that he is very, very, very keen to be in your life from the spirit world and always be around you to support you, and he also is saying to me he hasn't stopped loving you. He loves you very much. So I hope that helps, Miranda. It never is enough time for mediumship. But if you want to find me, you can find me on Facebook, which is Gail Moffat, international British spiritual medium and teacher, and or you can find me on gailmoffat.com. So just know that he loves you and he's with you. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, thank you. And so this is a show that just sort of emphasizes sort of, what I was talking about at the beginning, how mediumship can be healing on many levels.